Welcome back. Yes, and welcome to Made in the 1980s. Fa la 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 la. You dig? And if you are unaware by now, even though you should not be unaware, I am Camp from the Port, and along for this journey this week, we got the guy, and the guy is going to introduce himself right here.
It is Wang. Dang, please say the damn Doodle.
Damn it, please.
The Christmas spirit.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? yeah, man. Hey, you know what? As a gift for us, I believe, I want to announce to the people that we have officially hit over 1,000 downloads. Well over 1,000 downloads for Made in the 1980s. We're gonna clap it up for that. Hey, and man, we appreciate y'all because that does mean two things. One, the content consistently keeps getting better. And two, y'all are rocking with it harder than you were the first time. That's what she said. And we appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. It's been a very prosperous year for this show, and it's not over yet. It's not over quite yet. There's still a couple more episodes, I think. Wait, do I have the calendar right? Oh no, we only got like one real episode left of 2024. Yeah, man. Next week will be the last one after Christmas. Yeah, hey, that Christmas, the New Year's block gets crazy. You know what I'm saying? You only got like, it's the 25th. You're like, oh, hey, Christmas. And then all of a sudden, like that next week, it'd be like New Year's Eve.
Oh, damn. Yeah.
So we only got, 1 year. So I think for that episode, which will be going live on the 27th if it's audio, and the 28th if you're watching on the video on the YouTube and all of that, we gotta do a year in review. We gotta do some kind of year in review, a reflection of this year. Because people love when we get in the nostalgia bag. So maybe, just maybe, we talk about some of our favorite things of the year or our favorite things to end the year. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out.
We would do a talk over of the shit. What's that monthly calendar of shit that went down that month?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, it should be like that should be coming out in a few days. We might end up having to do that. I mean, hey, listen. The only month that really matters is January because Cat Williams set the whole world on fire, and literally everything started burning.
No, I gotta see what I gotta hear the 2024 recap.
Oh, hey, yeah, it's gonna get pretty crazy. Oh, so now I know we're a little early, but who's do you want to hear? Do you want to hear the skills wrap up, or you want to hear the Uncle Murder wrap up?
I always Uncle Murder. I love both.
Okay,
I love both.
That's good.
I can do without Justina Valentina, or whatever her name, Justine Valentino, whatever her name is.
The girl from Wild now be doing wrap ups now.
Yeah, she started doing wrap ups.
Wow.
Don't get wrong, she get busy, but I can do without.
No, I get it.
Uncle Murder is probably one of the funniest rappers that's not really trying to be funny.
Oh, for sure.
And that gets me.
Yeah.
So, like, I literally, when he said, what was that, 2 years ago, when he said he wasn't going to do it anymore?
Yeah.
I was hurt. I was so hurt. And then he came back that year and said, all right, nigga, I lied. I was so happy. My heart just grew in size. Like, dude, I was so fucking happy.
Oh, man. Hey, the wrap-ups, obviously there was beef, if you will, between Murder and Skills. And now I wonder how they feel now that Justina Valentine is now doing wrap-ups. I had no idea she was doing wrap-ups. Now, granted, I do appreciate her skill set and what have you. But if we are in a time where a white woman is about to come between two black men and art, it's gonna be an interesting 2025. That's all I say. Hey, listen, I don't know. I'm not trying to start anything, but man, um, that could spell disaster for somebody. I don't know.
I don't see skills or even let her have it.
No, sorry. This hip hop. No.
I don't see them. Okay, them two going at each other personally.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like, okay, this is competitive.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
She's not competition.
No, she's not.
Let her get that shit off.
Hey, well, we'll see.
We
We'll
will.
see. If it's one person that's going to address it, it's going to be Uncle Murder for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
But at the same time, I feel that skill should mention it because you can't be this mad at Uncle Murder and not say nothing to her.
And not say nothing to her. Yeah, I agree with you.
Because it's like, yo, because Uncle Murder never said that he was taking it from dude. He just said that I'm gonna start doing them too. It's just like election coverage. It's like, yeah, like, yo, Fox do one, NBC do one, ABC do one. Like, hey, yo, there's plenty of things to wrap up. Like, you can't if you're trying to corner the market, then you need to trademark it and you need to do like the business, like, you know what I mean? But like, and plus, honestly, they're just different. Like they're just different wrap ups. Like it's literally covering the year in hip hop two different ways.
And one thing I like about Uncle Murder is Uncle Murder's free nigga.
Yeah.
Don't fuck how you feel about what I said. I said that shit, and what?
Yeah.
Like that's my favorite part. Like, he ain't apologetic about shit. I'm not gonna word it a certain way. Nigga, that shit you did, nigga, you a bitch. Yeah. As we move on.
And that's your half a bar in 2024. hey, look, and see, and you know what? And that's what makes it so great and so different, right? Because where skills are just telling you what happened.
Yeah.
And he might give a crowd consensus reaction. Uncle Murder is like, yo, did you hear this shit? Hey, this, that, and the third about this person. Like, yo, I don't like them. I mess with them. I ain't gonna talk about them because they're my people. But fuck, dude. I'm like, hey, yo, it's great. It's literally how people be talking.
Hey, I wake up New Year's Day like, Uncle Murder, where you at? I need it. My year ain't complete until you drop.
No, man, oh man. So, looking forward to the rappers as we end the year. We're gonna end the year not quite like Uncle Murder, I doubt, but we'll do something cool. We'll do something cool, y'all. But right now, let's get to the holidays. Holiday season. Hey, as we talk about Christmas, man, what I wanted for Christmas. But before we get into that, I do want to ask this question to you, Wang, because as kids, I'm sure we felt one way, and I don't know, maybe as adults you feel a different way. Tell me today, 2024, what does Christmas mean to you?
Nothing. It means absolutely nothing to me.
Okay. All right. Hey, that is fair. So now I want to say, has it always meant that for you?
It used to mean everything.
Okay. All right.
But it's levels to it.
Okay.
It's levels to it. It's like you start off as a child, you don't know the history or anything like that. Santa Claus, his reindeer, his elves, they making toys. You wake up in the morning, Christmas Day, shit on the tree. You get to decorate the tree. for some reason, and I don't know why. Maybe you can explain this to me. But all black people around Christmas will put out a fruit bowl with apples, oranges, and fucking nuts
Right.
in the bowl. Oh, I don't know what that was about, but
Yeah. Yo, wait, hold up, because you're right. You're right. Yo, who invented the daggone fruit basket that had the apples, oranges, peppermints, and walnuts? Like the
walnuts.
real walnuts, like the ones you really needed the nutcracker for. I was like, who made this? And like, did they give this when Christ was born? I don't understand why we have this. And like, give me an orange, but still, explain this to me. Explain this to me.
I'm diving in on that bowl, but what was the deal? Cause I don't want to make it a race thing, but I've never went to a white person's house around Christmas where this fruit bowl was out
Hey,
with these walnuts in it.
never. I've never even heard people talking about it.
Ever. It was just something that was supposed to be done growing up in Freeport.
Oh man.
Or I'm just gonna speak for Freeport, but this thing was everywhere around Christmas.
Facts.
Nobody ever told you that you couldn't dive in on it. There was no amount that you couldn't dive in if you ate all the walnuts. A couple days later, there was some back in there, but this was only during Christmas season.
Yep. Hey, like I knew that one, winter break was about to happen for school, and two, that Christmas season was upon us when that damn fruit basket popped up. Like when the fruit assortment came, I was like, yo, like, it's like, yo, was that the original Money House blessing? Like, what was it? Y'all gotta hip us to some game. I don't know.
Hey, for real, if you know, drop it in the comments because I am clueless.
Super facts, because and that's so right. No, I was like, why do we have this? Like, why? Oh man.
And then on top of that, just me as a kid, I wasn't thinking about no apple, orange, or walnut until then.
Yes, absolutely. Never even saw walnuts beyond December.
Where do you go to find whole walnuts?
And why did you keep them till December? Because look, here's the other part. We live in the Midwest. It's snow on the ground. It's been cold as hell. Hey, look, I know global warming and all that has changed a lot. Al Gore, you were right. We apologize. But in the 90s, in the 80s and 90s, it was cold as hell.
Yes.
It was unbelievably cold. No organic item is growing in the Midwest in the wintertime. So where on earth, who was collecting walnuts and storing them until the Christmas season? We need answers, and we need them immediately.
Like, oh man. But yeah, but like I said, you gifts. That was the big thing as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
You get a little older, and it wasn't about the toy anymore. It's about the clothes.
Yeah, for sure.
Now it's time to get fly on these bitches.
You know it.
And then you get into your 20s, and unless you got kids, it doesn't really matter anymore. It's just another day. But that for me.
I got you.
And then when my kids got older, and the whole, I don't want to say it because I don't want the wrong person to be listening at the wrong time, but when stop being a thing, and they just want you to cash them out on a cart or cash app them some money, it just becomes another day.
Yeah.
Like the job I got, I don't even get the day off. So it's like, it's really just another day.
Right. Damn.
So at my old age of 41, Christmas is just Wednesday.
I respect that. I respect that. And I mean, shoot, not for nothing, man. I high key agree. Because growing up, Christmas to me meant a lot of different things. I always associate the entire holiday season with my grandma first and foremost.
Yeah.
Because her favorite holiday was Thanksgiving. And we would always go there, cook, eat, and everything. But like Christmas is like part 2 though. So after Thanksgiving, she'd be going there, like going in the basement, lugging out all these boxes of like ornaments and figurines. Like, yeah, I'm about to put Frosty out. I'm like, oh. Hey, it was an event though. It'd be like, yo, Frosty coming out. Oh, bet Christmas is like 7 days away in your mind as a kid, right? It's 3 weeks, but still, like, yo, Christmas is like 48 hours and Frosty is out. And when between her putting out her Christmas decorations, fruit basket, and then, you know, even the television, the cartoons, the movies.
Yeah.
That was really Christmas for me. So for me as a kid, Christmas was like fun. It was fun. It was family. Fun and family. And also, I mean, hey, not for nothing. School is out. So Christmas to me also meant as a kid, I was like, oh, bet, no school. Here for it. Like, hey, yo, I'm here for the break. I'm here for the longest break of the year. Like, I can't wait. Like, I can't wait. Because summer, I mean, granted, summer is the longest break, but Christmas felt like the longest break because you're just overloaded with like food and games and toys and other people's foods and games and toys. And like, it's like, man, oh my God. And then all of a sudden you wake up and it's like January 2nd, you gotta go back to school. You're like, oh man, it's kind of trash. Like, we can't just do Christmas for like 3 more weeks. You know what I mean? Like, you know, we can't do it. So for me, that, you know, fun and family, that's what it did mean. But man, I think you're right. And I think there's a couple factors though with that. You know, I don't know. I don't have cable anymore because cable is sky high. But the fact that I don't hear people talking about A Charlie Brown Christmas or the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer movie or you know, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, which is my favorite Christmas movie, or Home Alone, or any of the classics that most of them I didn't know at the time, but they were out when my mom was like younger, and then like, and we're just watching them, rewatching them again. It seems that I guess as society has evolved, and maybe that since America, the United States of America, is not so Christian anymore.
Oh,
you did.
Let's talk about it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, look, don't let nothing distract you from the fact that the U.S. ain't as Christian as it used to be. Like, there was a time that you could get your shit off on a Jehovah's Witness or a Muslim and be like, what? Man, you better worship Jesus. Like, hey, you better hang up this Christmas tree and learn about Joseph and Mary, nigga. Like, you could used to do that. Nah, you can't now, though. Oh, no. Coexist. You see the bumper sticker, coexist. You got to do it. Hey, and I'm not mad at that at all. But it does seem like the fact that we have been more accepting of everybody else's religious beliefs and backgrounds, that Christmas itself has kind of just taken a back. Now, the flip side is, you know, real Christians, I'm gonna shout y'all out, give y'all respect. Real Christians is always like, well, man, you shouldn't be worried about gifts. No way. This is the birth of Jesus Christ. So I don't care if you didn't get a Super Nintendo. I mean, well, screw you too, dude. But but you know what I mean? But it's like, Like, you need to know that Jesus is the reason for the season. I'm like, man, that's cool, but I'm 9, bro. I wanted a bike. Sorry. You know what I mean? Like, get off my dick. Like, that's
Like, dude,
what I want. I'm sorry. I'm a
I am
child.
10 years old. I not to get off topic, but since we're talking about that, that's
For sure.
always been something that bothered me.
Mm.
Like my grandmother forced us to go to church,
Mm-hmm.
and would get pissed off at us because we fall asleep, we're distracted, we don't want to be there. But why? We don't know what pastor is talking about.
Yeah.
We're just there. We're not comprehending or taking any of this in because you're not speaking to us.
Right.
You're speaking to grandma that understands what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to get that off.
No.
But I'll tell you something that's weird about me, even though I say Christmas is just another day.
Mm-hmm.
I still find myself decorating my house with lights every year.
Mm. Okay.
So like for the last 2 weeks, my stepfather came by and I just wanted somebody there because I took the old lights down and I put some new colorful lights up on the roof, and I didn't want to be at the house by myself doing just in case my stupid ass fell or some shit. You know? So my stepdad came over and kind of oversaw, just make sure I ain't bust my ass.
Right.
But then it was just like, I can put some lights here. I can put some lights here. So it's like, now that I think about that, like, is it just a day? If I'm going through all of that?
Good question. Good question.
Is it more to it? Because growing up, we didn't necessarily do lights around the house.
Okay.
We always did a big, beautiful tree and maybe threw some lights in the window of where the tree sat.
Mm-hmm.
And then we would always put the tree by like a window where like it wasn't necessarily living quarters, like it's not the living room, like it might be like a den or something like that, or a dining room area. And that way you could roll the window up. Everybody can ride by, see how dope the tree is before you go to bed, unplug the tree, put the blind down, boom. I don't do a tree, but I do decorate the outside of my house.
Okay.
So maybe Christmas ain't just a day.
Hey, I was really going to ask you, do you feel that is it just your routine? Like sometimes muscle memory will have you be like, oh man, boy, I gotta do it. It's about to be Christmas, so let me put the decorations up. Or are you just kind of cloudy with just almost, we went from mixed messages, to one message, if I could talk right, to mixed messages to no message as far as just Christmas and the holiday season in general.
That could very well be it.
Because
like my kids aren't young anymore. So like I said, decorating the Christmas tree. Like I'm actually looking at the box that my Christmas tree is sitting in, and it's been in the box for 4 years.
Oh, wow.
It's only been put up once.
Wow.
But my kids got older. My son moved out. Nobody put the Christmas tree up. I don't want to be the lonely old man in here putting my own Christmas tree up. So this joint gonna sit in the box. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, man. I am it's funny that you say that. It's actually a great segue because being what Christmas means to us now, because you know what? Hey, I will say this before we move on. I will say that Christmas does still mean family to me now, but I will say that, you know what? It actually means family to me now more than ever. And I know that that might seem crazy because, much like you, I'm not working on Christmas Day, but I was prepared to work every day around it. Like I worked every day around Thanksgiving this year. And every once in a while somebody will be like, yo, but it's Thanksgiving. Yo, it's Christmas. What are you doing working? Like, making sure I pay the rent.
My,
Like what you would
my mom, my mom is like really having she in this position that I've been in. This would be my second holiday season of me being in this position.
Mhm.
And no matter how many times I tell my mom, these are my set schedule work days. I absolutely positively have to be at work, regardless of what day it is. It could be the day of fucking Armageddon. I gotta be on the clock if that's my scheduled
Right.
work day.
Right. Hey, if the asteroid didn't hit yet, I
If it ain't
gotta
hit,
go to work.
I gotta be at work. And she calls me every year. That and don't get me wrong, eventually, because Christmas falls on different days every year.
Mhm.
So some of these years I won't have to be there.
Facts.
And she calls me every year. You gotta work Christmas? Yeah. They're not giving you the day off? No. Everybody else, yes. Me, no. But they're also paying me triple my wage. So
Listen, get money.
hey, triple my wage, and I don't have to do anything because there's nobody there to do anything for me to have to do anything.
Man, listen.
Let's
That sounds
go.
that sounds pretty sweet. I ain't gonna lie. Even if it was 5 hours, that sounds pretty sweet.
Hey, let's go.
So so yeah, so it still means family to me. So I want to know now, even with this conversation, even though I know the answer really already, but do you have any Christmas traditions that you now plan on building? Now that you have recognized that Christmas for you overall is just another day, especially in a year like this year when you're actually going to be working.
I'm gonna recant because like you're 100% right. Family is important above all.
For sure. For sure.
So like being like I said, my son, him moving out. My daughter primarily lives with her mother. I would like, and even though it has been pretty even, like my kids, they'll spend the night at mom's house, but they'll still come see me,
Yeah,
on that day, or at least give me a call.
for sure.
And I would like for them because with the growth of my family, with my girl and her kids,
Yeah.
I would like to be able to at least have the whole bunch in the same house, even if it's just for an hour.
Facts. I like that. I
Just
like
to
that.
walk into the living room and I get to see all five of their faces,
Mm.
just together.
Yeah.
Like, but as her oldest is growing up, my oldest, like I said, he trying to make a way for himself.
Mhm.
So I'm low key sad about it, but
Mm.
understanding about it because
Yeah.
you got to live your life for you,
True. That's true.
not necessarily for me. It's just a want. It's not something that I necessarily need. It would be nice,
Mhm.
but if I don't get it, still love y'all.
You said something very important there. And now I think I know how our parents and our grandparents did it. Because tradition is somebody deciding we about to do something one year and then making sure it get done the next year and the year after that. Like for instance, unfortunately with time, just certain people in our families pass.
Mm.
But it always hits different when the person that built the traditions pass.
Yes.
So, what I've come to realize over the last few years, especially, is that, man, if I want to capture that family vibe, if I want to capture that love and holiday spirit, if you will, then and if I'm the one that's feeling it, now I got to go out and create it. So you know what I'm saying? Like, so whether that is me making sure that my wife, her parents, and my mom, and my daughter, we all get together in one space, or we travel to one of those places. Like it's literally on me to do. But I'll also be real, Wang. I've also thought about doing a lot of unconventional things for Christmas moving forward. Like, I forgot who I was talking to, but they were like, "Yeah, we like go to the Bahamas every Christmas." I'm like, "Yo, whoa, that's actually sound kind of fire." I was like, "Ain't no snow there. I don't think I'll hear any Bing Crosby, but that don't sound too bad. That don't sound too bad." And I think that and the thing is, he was like, "Yeah, me and my wife, we just go and yeah, it's a great time. We get out of here. We don't want to be anywhere near cold weather. Like that was our thing." And I was like, "Wow, that's pretty dope." And I think that as we all grow up and as we all put ourselves in whatever position it is that we wanted in life, right? I think there is this longing to do something, to be a part of something, to organize something. And for one reason or another, I think we fight it, especially men, especially like us, right? Because for the most part, especially you and I, we were predominantly raised by women.
Yeah.
Women predominantly raised us. Men were present, men were there, but they kind of just went with whatever the woman. Hey, we all going over her house? Okay, bet. Well, let me get the kids in the car then, and and we're gonna drive over there. I'm gonna watch the game in the other room. Y'all do whatever y'all about to do, and that is it, right? So, now though, I look at that and I'm like, but man, now I'm the man of the house, and my mother's getting older, as an example, and my wife's parents are getting older as well. So now, because I've sat and watched this along with her, of course, it literally is on us to build the traditions now.
Yeah.
Because if we don't build them, then there will be none, or everything will just fizzle out. And as I as I think about that, this Christmas is probably kind of a wash. But I'll tell you what I did this year. And I shouldn't say a wash, because I think we are going to travel. I think we're going to go visit one of our parents or something like that. But what I did this year, as we were approaching Thanksgiving, I was like, yo, 'cause I had the whole family chat. I have a whole family chat with just all of us in there. And I was like, hey, 2025, we're going to start organizing a family trip of some sort. All of us are going to get together, and we're going to be in each other's space, face, spend time. And I don't know if it's Christmas. I don't know if it's Thanksgiving. I don't know if it's just a summer vacation, just like a weekend or whatever. But I was like, let's start with this coming July 2025 at the upcoming family reunion, because that's already family there anyway. We can go 2 days later. We can stay 2 days later. We can go 2 days earlier. Don't matter. But yo, I think we need to do this. Because I've just become very sensitive to time as just the last 4 years, and time and family and things have just hit me a different way, you know? And I will say, man, the greatest gift I could have got this year was the fact that everybody was over the moon about even that suggestion from me. And I was like, oh, shoot, okay.
Good shit.
That's what I wanted to feel. It's like, oh, bet, yo. And then talk to the missus, and she's like, yeah, no, my daddy was like, yo, we're gonna do this. Like, I'm like, hey, I was like, okay, cool. We're galvanized, we're up, we're charged up, we're prepared to do something. I was like, man, that's awesome. That's what I wanted to feel, hear, do, all of that. So so for me, because I was kind of on the same vibe of Christmas is just another day, but now especially the last 2 years, I would say maybe 2-3 years, I was like, man, this actually on me to start building now. Like, I need to start building traditions. So what will they be? now that I have that notion in my mind.
With this conversation that me and you are having right now at this very moment, I think that I could, if I sit down with my kids and my ladies' kids and tell them, like, for Christmas, this is what I want. I said, even if it's just for an hour. Because when I think back on how lit waking up that morning, open your gifts, shower up, get dressed, you might get to put on some of the clothes you got that morning. And everybody will always go to grandma's house where dinner was presented. So you're over there with all your cousins and you're telling everybody about what you got. And it's just the women over here doing whatever they doing. The kids is in this room roughhousing and talk about what they got that morning. And the man is over here probably drunk or playing spades or something. And you sit down and you eat, good time. Like, dude, there was some memories.
Yeah, facts.
And it's like, I would love for my kids to know what that was like. But in today's society, it's like really hard to get the whole family in one house. Because one thing I say about growing up, at one point in time, all my aunts and uncles either lived in Freeport or no further than Rockford. So it was nothing to just get up and make that move.
Yeah. Yep.
Now I got kin folks in Arizona. I got kin folks in Texas. I got kin in Pennsylvania. Everywhere.
Yeah.
How do you get everybody back? We are able to do it once a year. We don't even call it a family reunion because we probably should, but we don't. Memorial Day weekend, we throw a big ass bash where everybody comes to town.
Nice.
But that's a whole other holiday. We talk about Christmas. I would love to, for my kids, like I said, even if it's just for an hour or two.
Yeah, man.
Come sit down, make yourself a plate, take it with you.
Right, do whatever.
But just to have everybody in the house just for even a short period of time, or even all day, if that's what y'all want to do. But everything is moving so much faster than when we were kids that it's really hard to get everybody to sit down.
Yeah. Yes. Because literally, as you were saying that, I was like, you know what? You're going to say an hour, but it's going to end up being 3. Just because sometimes when we swear we got so much to do, so much to accomplish, but yet we get wrapped up into that one moment, all of a sudden, where did the time go? Oh, dang, I was supposed to have been here. I was supposed to go somewhere, but you'll never forget that, but no, I was having such a great time that time stood still for me in this moment, and I didn't want this time to end. So I think that's super dope that you're planning on doing this because, hey, look, if nothing else, you're like, look, this is my Christmas gift. My Christmas gift is all of y'all come here. I get to see y'all faces in my house for at least 1 hour. And then, you know what? Take your little raggedy asses on, do whatever you want to do, right? But you know what I'm saying? But my gift, like, don't give me no tie, don't give me no socks. I don't need no card. Bring y'all ass to this house and kick it with the fam for an hour.
And,
I
and,
think
and,
that's awesome.
and don't come at 5 and leave at 7, and then you show up at 7:30. No, I want everybody here
Right.
at the same time.
Right.
You know, and let's just get caught up. Let's everybody. What's going on with everybody? What's everybody up to? You know, especially you teenagers, because y'all moving and shaking.
Yeah. Yep.
How has work been? You know, how's your girlfriend? Do you got a girlfriend? Is it the same girlfriend? You know, like, put
right.
me on.
All right.
Man, out here trying to be nosy and shit.
Yeah, man. Hey, you know, I think that's awesome. You're gonna get that, and that's gonna be a new tradition and your new gift, your new annual gift. That's gonna be awesome.
Man, that'd be awesome. That'd be the perfect gift.
And you know what? And honestly, with things like that, it's gonna grow. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, one year might pop up, and your brother and his kids, or your sister and her kids, and maybe your mama might pop back up, or you know, like, or maybe one of the homies and his family want to be like, oh, it's like, oh man, okay, so now all of a sudden, like, this is what we're doing, right? Like everybody here from 5 to 7. Okay, cool. Like, I'm with it.
Let's do it.
Yo,
let's do it. Hey, to bring back the older traditions, man. It's like the older you get, the more you start to realize how important having your family around is.
Yeah.
Like, I remember a couple years ago, I used to fuss at my mom because my mom would see me on Tuesday, call me Wednesday, and be like, well, I ain't seen you in a while. And in my head, I'm like, I just saw you like a day ago. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I was just at your house for like 3 hours, like 2 days ago. But when my son got old, when my son turned 18 and was like, Dad, I'm moving out on my own. And I stopped seeing him every day, and I stopped being able to talk to him every day, I started to feel like that. Not on that level, because that's a bit much, but it's like, I'll text him or I'll call him. He'll return my call like 2-3 days later. Dad, you called? Yeah, but I don't know what the fuck I wanted.
Right, I have no idea why I called now. That was Tuesday.
I'm clueless as shit. But how you doing? You know, since I got you on the phone. But yeah, like, he goes, I said, he called me the other day and said that he was off work because he had walking pneumonia. So I'm like, okay, something you don't want to play with. Get home. Give me a call about anything that you need, juice, snacks, whatever, because you're in the house for a couple of days.
Yeah.
He was like, well, my girl already went and got everything, so I'm just grabbing my prescription. I'm headed home. Cool. Call him the next day. No answer. 3 days later, he texted me back and said, Dad, you want to hear my new song?
Like, are you unaware of the last conversation we had?
So since you're rapping, I'm assuming you're feeling better, you know? So
right.
Oh, but yeah, it's like, it's real hard to get these, like, it's real hard to get people in the same room. So it's like, I'm gonna have to pull some teeth.
For sure.
But next year, that's probably right after the 4th of July. This is what I'm putting in everybody's head. Nice. Christmas Day, I need you here.
Nice. Yeah, put it on your calendar. I want to hear I told you too late. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Because I'm reminding you every time I talk to you.
I like it. Man, that's awesome, man. Made in the 1980s, man. What a time. What a time. What a time we're having here. And to close out the show, man, we're gonna do a either got or didn't get. Don't matter. What were some of the things you wanted for Christmas? You can give me, you know what? Give me what you remember because I know it's triggering for everybody, right? Whether you got it or you didn't, you feel a way and you remember it. So
Oh yeah.
whether you got it or not, what were some things that you wanted for Christmas that you can tell us about today?
I got this one that I want to keep for last because to this day, I'm hurt that I didn't get it. But I remember when the Power Wheel first came out.
Pow, pow, Power Wheels. Yeah.
Wanted the Power Wheels. Never got it.
Uh,
Didn't I didn't even know this thing existed. And my my dad sent it to us from Detroit, Michigan.
mm,
It was the OG Nintendo system.
nice.
Came with the gun. It came with the little pad that you run on.
Yeah. You had everything. You had the power track and the duck hunt gun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He hit us with the whole shebang.
Nice.
Let me see. A swing set was something that I always wanted because the house that we lived in at the time had a massive backyard.
Mm.
You know, and it was just like it was fenced in, and where it wasn't fenced in, there was like trees everywhere. So it was like it was perfect. Never got it. We talked about this before. Starter jacket.
For sure.
Never got that. But the one that still haunts me to this day that I never got. It was in the J.C. Penney catalog. No, lie. Sears catalog.
Uh-oh.
Remember Sears used to drop that that holiday catalog.
Yeah, that might look like the
Motherfucker was
phone
like,
book on your
phone
ass.
book.
Like 2-3 phone books on your ass. Like, oh, Merry Christmas, mother.
I wanted this thing so bad that I even remembered what page it was on in the catalog. And every day I grab this catalog and I scroll to that page. I scroll to that page so much that I can go to that page and that big ass catalog with just muscle memory. Right there to that page.
Right there.
Boom. It's right there. And if you don't get me nothing else, I want this. You ain't got to buy me nothing for the next 6 years. If you get me this, I wanted it that bad.
Wow.
It was a racetrack, but it wasn't the basic figure 8 racetrack.
Right.
This motherfucker had 2 loop-de-loops.
Oh, yo, I remember that.
It had 2 loop-de-loops
too.
And it had like a long track that went up the side of the wall, curved over, and came back down.
Heck yeah.
It was called the Super Duper Double Looper Racer Set.
Yeah.
I wanted the Super Duper Double Looper Racer Set more than I wanted to get into heaven when I was a child. And I never got it. And today I have this childhood trauma.
Hey, yo. Hey, but I feel you on life. I feel you because, hey, yo, I seen the commercial for that. I was like, oh my God. I was like, when they just showed the cars going real quick around I was like, yo. I went right to the notebook. Super wrote that mug down because I was like, I need this.
So, and I'm putting this out there. Rose and Jill, any childhood trauma that I have that I brought to my adulthood is because you didn't get me the super duper double looper racer set. I could have been a lawyer if you would.
Like you changed the trajectory of my life. Hey, that's hilarious.
Been a brain surgeon if you just would have got me the racer set.
Oh man, that is too funny. But I feel you. A life, I feel you. Oh man,
that one crushed me.
That is too funny. Oh man, yo.
I was appreciative of everything that I got that morning.
For sure.
But I was so hurt that wasn't a. I was Ralphie.
When he didn't get the radio flyer, Joy.
I just want the radio flyer. That's all I wanted.
Oh man.
I can't even shoot my eye out with it.
Oh man. Oh man, that's funny. That is funny. That is hilarious because wow, I forgot all about that. You actually like you tapped into my mind. I was like, yo, I forgot it. I forgot about never getting that.
I never forgot.
Oh man. So that was great. So what I always wanted for Christmas. You know what? I had to really think on this for a minute. But I realized how much of like I guess the mischievous cat burglar I used to be around Christmas. Because I started thinking about the times that I was really trying to ruin Christmas for everybody but me. So, look, my mom worked really hard, right? My mom worked really hard. It was just us as far as living together at the crib. And you know, I wasn't the biggest gamer in the world, but I could tell that I was getting like consoles late. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think when everybody had their Nintendo in like the late 80s, I didn't get mine until like 91. You know what I mean? Which it's not a bad thing because there's still plenty of games to play. And I didn't know what was going to happen next. So I was like, yo, you know, I finally got Nintendo. And then I couldn't take care of it. And you know what? It's so funny looking back. I totally understand why my mom was not willing to pay like $100, $200, $250, however much the original Nintendo was. I could see why she didn't want to pay that amount of money for me to have this thing because I barely cleaned my room. I definitely had lost it in the room at one point in time. Like then when I became savvy of like, oh, yo, I want to play games, the mug wasn't working no more. So I kind of jacked it up. You know what I mean? So needless to say, I never got a Super Nintendo. I never got one. And I definitely I wanted one. And you know what though? Because being kids, I look back and I'm not gonna say that Super Nintendo wasn't fired because she did let me rent one from Blockbuster Video. That is for everybody that might be younger than us that don't know what I'm talking about. But she let me rent one, and that's how I used to play games on Super Nintendo. I just had to rent it. But I will say, when my mom came through, she came through clutch. One of my favorite gifts ever to this day, and I'm still mad at my mans for definitely asking to borrow my joint and then pawning it with some of my games. And we're gonna leave them nameless because I was old enough by then. It didn't really matter, but I was like, bro, come on, dog. I mean, I know I left it here. Yeah, but that was kind of foul. But when my mom got me the Sega Genesis, the 16-bit Sega Genesis, Sonic the Hedgehog and Tomb Raider. I hardly played Tomb Raider, so I can't tell you anything about it. But I tell you what, though, my Christmas 1994 was never the same. Christmas 1994 is one of my favorite Christmases of all time. And why? Because my mom went out and got me NBA Live 95. And boy, was I silent until school started. Like, yo, I was over the moon with that. And I was like, oh, NBA Live 95. And the thing is, I want to say, that was the year that the Knicks played the Rockets in the finals.
Yeah.
So they on the court, they on the cover. I was like, yo, I get to be a Kim Olajuwon. And so, but my squad on there in real life was the Warriors because they had my dog Chris Webber and Latrell Sprewell on the same team. I was going crazy. And I love that game. I mean, I played that for literally 2 years straight. The next one I got was NBA Live 97. Like that was the next one I got because I was playing 95 that hardcore. I didn't even buy 96.
Yeah. Like you like to do for you kids. That was our 2K.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
No
You couldn't tell me. Hey, NBA Live. Hey, NBA Live, you could do all the dazzling dunks on there like a mug. Man, come on now. You could, and they had the different music for the intros, like 16-bit. But hey, look, I could tell the tall ball dude. Yep, that's Chris Webber. I'm going to play with the Warriors. And they had a real picture of him up on there. To this day, that's still one of my favorite games of all time. And my mom really looked out for that. Let me rewind the clock a little bit. Let's go like 3 years before that. So we live on Walnut Street at this time too, I think. And I was like, yo, really want a Game Boy, like super bad. My mom had wrapped gifts. I got up. Now look, the first time I did it was on purpose. It was on accident. So waking up, heard some commotion, heard some music playing. So I walk outside my room. My mom was like, okay, hey, get your ass back in there. I was like, whoa, what happened? And then I happened to see a glimpse of some boxes. I was like, oh, they're wrapping Christmas gifts. Oh, I was like, bet. That's what I'm about to do. I was like, yo, I'm about to see what's in these packages. So she done wrapped all the gifts, got them under the tree, everything. I'm a latchkey kid. So
you had all day.
Christmas break, and you gotta go to work. Oh, it's lit. Like it's lit. I was like, hey, I walk into the front room and I'm just looking at the boxes. My smart ass, I was like, that's probably like some clothes. I ain't even gonna open that. And then I start looking through. I see these small little boxes. I was like, oh, I think that's the Game Boy. I was like, I gotta see. And at first I was like, I'm leaving it alone. Went there, made some cereal, chilled out. Didn't touch it. But then I was like, I think mom got me a Game Boy. I think she got me the Game Boy. I gotta see what it is. And so suspense couldn't hide anymore. Run in there, and I see how it's wrapped up, right? It's like this little box. And I was like, wait, what is this? This ain't no Game Boy. But so I'm shaking the package, trying to see what it might be. No clue, nothing. So then I was like, I'm trying to open it. I'm trying to open it and wrap it back up.
Shit.
So Wang, when I tell you the first time I was trying to open up a package, I'm in there with the Scotch tape because like she wrapped it like twice and it was like slid into some more paper. I was like, huh. So I'm trying to like move the tape, ease the box out the paper without ripping it. And I look, and then as I'm opening up the package, I see the Ultimate Warrior's face. I had a heart attack. I had a heart attack. I was 9. I was 9 or 10 years old. I was having a fucking heart attack. I was like, oh my God. Dog. Christmas 1991. I got the Game Boy, the Nintendo Game Boy, and WWF Superstars. I don't know if y'all remember, but WWF Superstars had the Macho Man, Hulk Hogan, and the Ultimate Warrior on the cover. And the way she wrapped it, when I slid that other piece of paper out, the first thing I seen was the Warrior face. He was like, oh, I was like, oh my God, I don't even think I seen the commercial for it. I was like, yo, what is this? Oh man. And then so I was like, oh, and it took everything in my heart and soul, bro, to not just open this game and start playing it with everything else. But I couldn't find the Game Boy. So I knew I had hours to get this back in the wrapping paper. And I was about to go OD. I started shaking other packages, and I was beginning to just go through them. I'm like, wait a minute, hold up. It's got to be in here somewhere. And needless to say, I did not find it. Didn't find it at all. But I did the greatest like craftsmanship you can do for like 9 or 10 years old, right? I ended up being able to slide the package back in there. And I was able to like only tear it like a little bit in the corner, just a little bit, and tape it back up. But I was trying to use the original tape.
Oh
like
no.
That. Right. And I was just like, but man, I don't know where the tape is. So what I did was sealed it back up the best way I could and put it like way under the tree, like I never saw it. I don't even know. What do you mean? I don't know.
I was always scared to do that.
Hey, oh, listen,
I always got that threat. They always hit us with that threat. If we find out you was under that tree trying to see or shaking shit, we taking it back.
Yeah, hey.
I wasn't taking no chances.
Hey, listen.
Oh, wait.
I feel you. But I was just like, hey, look. I was like, in my mind, and this is just natural rebellion for me, I guess, at this point. I was like, well, if she threatened to do that, I'm gonna open it. So she can't take it. So she can't take it back. I'm gonna open it.
You a menace. You a menace.
And I was like, hey, in my mind, when 2 things went through my mind, I was like, look, okay, she's either gonna whoop me and make me keep it, but I'm gonna feel better when I get the game.
That whooping only gonna last. The pain from that whooping only gonna last so long.
Right. It's only gonna last so long. I was like, so either she gonna whoop me and I get the game and feel better, or she threatened to take it back, and while she getting her purse, I'ma just open it. So they make her keep it. I am nuts.
You
I am
are
fully aware.
I never as a child, never as an adult did I think about that.
Yo. Hey, listen, I don't even know how it went in my mind like that. But at 10, though, I promise to God. I was like, yo, I would just open it, like I'm gonna just tear the plastic, and they're gonna be like, oh, I can't return this. I'm like, oh man, I guess we gotta keep it. I was like, oh, okay. Yo,
Oh my God,
oh my God.
you were a fucking menace.
Yeah, hey, look, you got me. I can't lie. Looking back, I was like, yo, I see why I was running around the house avoiding so many whoopings. Now that I think about these things, looking back,
Shit.
I will say it.
I ain't gonna
Oh
lie.
man,
I like it.
yeah. Hey, 'cause I was just like, yo, yes, hey, hey, again, there's always consequences. And she did find out. She was like, "You been here opening up gifts?" I was like, "Well, no, I didn't open up gifts."
Just the one.
Like, what? And she was like, what did you see under there?" I was like, I don't I was like, I don't know what you want me to say. I was like, I didn't open up a bunch of stuff. I didn't, Ma. I didn't. And I was like, yo, Ultimate Warrior. I was going crazy in my mind. In my mind, my spirit was jumping out of my whole body. I was like, oh, I got to play the WWF Superstars game. And then, so obviously once Christmas came, like I didn't go right for it. I was trying to play it off. But by the time I got to it, she was like, "You know what's in that damn tree. Go ahead and open it." I was like, oh, hey, because, hey, I'll say this. No, you know what? No, you know what? Yes, that happened. But what we used to do is I used to open one gift on Christmas Eve.
Okay.
She would always let me get one gift to open up on Christmas Eve. And my thing was, I knew where the game was. I still could not find the Game Boy. So I was like, I can't just play with the game. I don't have the joint. I don't have the Game Boy. So I just like, man, let me pick one out. And I forget what it was. And then and she was like, "Boy, you know what's under that tree. Just go ahead and open it." And I was like, I was like, this is a test. I was like, but so I grabbed it. And I think that's the year she let me open up two, because Game Boy with the game, and
right.
I think it came with Tetris. So I was just like, well, I won. Like I won. I was like, hey, look, you don't have to worry about me the rest of the night. Like I'm like, like I went into my room, I sat there, and I was just going crazy. I was like, nothing happened. I was like, yo, I just really wanted this. I was like, thank you, Mom. Thank you so much. I was going, hey, I was over the moon. I was over the moon. And last one I'll share, because I do remember this one vividly as well. And this is where gaming changed for me. Because I had my Sega, and Sega all day. I know I'm probably a little biased for choosing Sega because, again, I never got Super Nintendo. I never really took care of my Nintendo, so I didn't really play a lot of Nintendo games unless I was able to rent them or go over like my cousin's house or somebody else's crib. Right, you know what I'm saying? So, but I'm always Sega. But it had to been, what was it? Maybe 95 or 96. Regardless of the year, I got first PlayStation and WWF In Your House. One, what I want to say is shout out to my mom for just encouraging all my wrestling, like just love, like throughout my whole life, right? Like if it was one thing that she knew to get me, she was like, look, if I don't get this boy nothing else, let me get him something with WWF because I know he'll love this. And boy, was she right. Because when I seen In Your House, I had seen the commercials. I think this is like probably like my last year of like making list. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like 14 or 15 now. It's like, okay, it's about to be a wrap. Yeah. So I was like, if it's a wrap, then now I'm going for broke. Like, like if this is the one, then I need to go all the way out. So I was like, yo, I want the PlayStation 2. I want the PlayStation, and I want In Your House. I think that might have been the only thing I asked for besides like some other clothes or something like that. And when that came, that's when it all changed for us, because we had never seen games look that real before in our lives. So
Oh, dude.
Me, Corey, Courtney, Antoine. We all at my crib. I think even my cousin Torrance might have came through a time or two. And we were playing that. But now, you know what I'm saying, the game is elevated. So now, you know what I'm saying, like I'm playing like Ready to Die while we playing games. So it's like a real nigga palace in my room. Like it just ain't no drinks or no drugs. But we in there listen to the most violent music ever. Like it reminds me of the scene on Juicy when it's like Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. It looked like that in my room. Like we not in the living room, we in my room. But I was like, yo, man, this is it. I was like, yo, and we just playing tube TV, living like that. So that was it. I don't remember too many Christmases as far as gifts go. I do remember never getting a Super Nintendo, but I will say, man, another reason why I do love Christmas because I always used to get some kind of wrestling gift that changed my trajectory, or NBA Live 95. That was also something I got at the time.
That's lit.
Oh, man.
Yeah. You was braver than me, though, brothers.
Oh, hey, listen. Hey, to this day, I was like, yo, I was bugging. I was bugging out. Hey, but I just couldn't let it slide, Wang. I was like, yo, I gotta know what's under there. I'm like, because I'll also say this, because I was an only child. So when I saw like 10 boxes under the tree, I'm like, who's all that for? Like, wait a minute. I thought we was broke. I thought we didn't have no money. Like, we definitely didn't splurge on Happy Meals. Like, you told me I couldn't go to Pizza Shack. You told me I couldn't.
Hey, you can't get Happy Meals and Pizza Shack because you got a bomb-ass Christmas.
Hey, and looking back, she made the right decision. Because I was like, I remember I wanted to go to Pizza Shack. And you said, no, we don't got time or money for any of that. And I was like, wait a minute. Like, we ain't got time to eat and play games? Like, what is life about? like if we can't eat and play games, why am I here? So I had to see what was under that tree by any means necessary. It had to happen.
Man, hey, every time you give a mom story, man, it's always, dude, we're going to have to just do a segment on mom.
Hey, no, facts. Hey, you know what, matter of fact, since you said that, I'm going to close out with this. One day, a few weeks ago, she was like, hey, what's the thing you be doing? You know, like, what was it, like podcasting? What if I did something like that, you know, in my retirement, to make me a few dollars? I was like, first of all, it doesn't work that way, mother. Like, but wildly enough, you're either going to get canceled or you're going to be the next big superstar. So I'm not sure if I should discourage you from this or not. I don't know.
I'm tuning in. I'm there. I am there.
So, you know, so as a spoiler alert, y'all, maybe, just maybe, there might be a Made in 1980s episode with my mom. It might be. It just might be.
Oh.
I ain't trying to hype her up too much yet, but when she brought it to me, and I was like, this is actually crazy enough to work.
Oh. Even if I'm on the show, I'm going to fly up the wall. I have nothing to say. I'm just.
Oh, man. Yeah.
I'm just here to listen.
Hey, listen.
I'll like pick on you later, but right now, I'm just here to listen.
I was just like, yo, this is going to be wild. So we will see. We shall see. I'm
going to, off camera, I'm going to overly encourage this.
Yo, straight up. Oh, man. So hey man, you know what? 2025, man, made in the 1980s. We're not going nowhere. So y'all make sure y'all keep checking out the content. Hey, a happy holidays and a very Merry Christmas to all of y'all out there, no matter what you celebrate or how you celebrate it. Just like the holiday season can be overwhelmingly positive, I know that for some of you, it may not be the best time because of some of the people that you have may lost, or just things are not the same. You may not be working. You may be feeling down on your luck. You may be just hate Trump is in office. I don't know. But whatever it is that you are experiencing out there, we just want to wish you the best of blessings to your spirit, to your energy as you navigate through this holiday season. And we just wish you well, man. Please stay safe, be safe at all times. And it's going to get better for you only if you believe it first.
Yes.
All right. So that is going to do it for us this week, man. Made in the 1980s. And you always know that consensually, it's love.